I'm sorry about last week. I meant to do it on Monday, and then Monday night, as I was going to bed, I realized I forgot. Excuse me, with everything else I had to get done. So I apologize. Um, but I suppose the Lord just wanted me to take a break last week, and that's fine with me. Um, this week as you can see from the title, we are doing Jesus Loves Me. That was actually my backup plan. I got to practicing my first plan, plan A, and I the rhythm was just off, so we will do that. I almost fell off my piano bench, but we will do plan A maybe next week. We'll see. I'll see if I can get it down this week or not. Or like even if I feel like practicing this week or the next couple of days at least. I have a procedure to stretch my esophagus tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon I will be out of it. So I'm trying to get extra practice in today and tonight so that I can still be up to par for my lesson on Tuesday and my practice time and everything. But yeah, um pretty much what I have this next week. So let's just go ahead and get onto the backstory. And like 95% of the time, I'm using Then Sings My Soul by Robert J. Morgan, published by Thomas Nelson. I just like how it's set up. I need to keep looking through my other books, see what's in there, what I can do. I can be reading. I can be doing that tomorrow while I'm relaxing after my procedure, or even while I'm in the like waiting area, like not in the waiting room up front, but in the back area. I can be waiting for that. I can be doing that um while I'm waiting to get my procedure done. So I can help y'all. I can get some practice time in. Well, I'm not going to tell my teacher sometimes I do this for practice time, like reading about hymns and listen to hymns. We're not going to tell her that. She's probably subscribed to my channel. But anyway, so Jesus Loves Me was published in 1860. It was written by Anna B. Warner, and the if I have done this, I don't remember. William B. Bradbury wrote the music. I don't think I've done this one, but he wrote wrote the music. Sorry, I am tired. I need a nap. But he wrote the music to another hymn I did recently, probably a Christmas hymn, because I remembered doing that. His name popping up recently. Oh well. I can figure it out later and let y'all know in the comments. But anyway, William Bradbury wrote the music, and B. Warner wrote the lyrics. And this actually came about because Anna and Susan Warner, they were sisters. They lived with their father, but they needed help with their family's finances during the Panic of 1837. They lived in a townhome in New York City. Their father was a successful lawyer, but in the 1837 recession, it really depleted and wrecked their finances, causing them to have to move to a Revolutionary War era home on Constitution Island, right on the Hudson, across from West Point, which is a military academy, which I believe is the oldest military academy in the United States. I want to say that's right, and it makes sense that it would be. Since they needed to help contribute to the income of the family, Anna and Susan began writing. They had stories and poems published. Let's see, Anna Warner, the one who wrote the lyrics to Jesus Loves Me, wrote Robinson Crusoe's Farmyard, and Susan wrote The Wide Wide World, which really launched their career in writing. They have 106 publications, roughly, each, and they co-authored, meaning that they both went in on the same publication, 18. So that's pretty neat. One of their most successful co-authored projects was titled Say and Seal. It's a little novel about a boy named Johnny Fox, who is actually dying. John Linden, Johnny Fox's Sunday school teacher in this little book, comforts little Johnny by taking him in his arms, rocking him, just comforting him. And he made up, John Linden made up a little song, Jesus Loves Me, This I Know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong, they are weak, but he is strong. Jesus loves me, he who died, heaven's gate to open wide. He will wash away my sin. Let his little child come in. Jesus, take this heart of mine, make it pure and wholly thine. Thou hast bled and died for me. I will henceforth live for thee. Jesus loves me, he will stay close beside me all the way. He's prepared a home for me, and someday his face I'll see. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. The only book that surpassed Say and Seal during this time was Uncle Tom's Cabin as bestseller. So that's pretty interesting. Uncle Tom's Cabin is a classic. Like, people still read it today. But not very many people know about Say and Seal. Even though that was the second bestseller of the time. I kind of want to read it now. I wonder if I can find a copy on eBay or Amazon. We'll see. I'll have to look that up after this. When William Bradbury, the composer of the music, read the words of this little poem, and I guess somewhere in the book it said that the poem was written by Anna, he decided he was going to compose the music for it, but he kind of wanted to make it like a childlike melody. Guessing he meant something simple enough that they can learn it quickly, something that will kind of flow, something that children would love. And he was able to do that. And Jesus Loves Me soon became the best known children's hymn on earth. I love it, and I am 26 years old. Like, that's one of my favorite songs. That is probably one of the two songs that I sing just about every time I'm in junior church with my 3 to 5-year-old kids. I'm usually in there every other week, and I taught them the sign, or someone else taught them the signs for it. I taught them a few more of them, just very simple. It's easy to learn. I don't want to sing it. The little kids don't mind my terrible voice, but yeah, I'm gonna spare y'all's ears. But yeah, let's see. The Warner family really wasn't able to help their family recover from the financial recession. It was just, they were popular. They did make money out of their publications, but not enough to help their family. But they tried. And it says, years later, a friend wrote of them. One day, when sitting with Miss Anna in the old living room, she took from one of the cases a shell so delicate that it looked like lace work, and holding it in her hand, with eyes dimmed with tears, she said, "There was a time when I was very perplexed. Bills were unpaid, necessities must be had, and someone sent me this exquisite thing. As I held it, I realized that if God could make this beautiful home for a little creature, He would take care of me." Yeah, that's a really good reminder, no matter how dark and dismal and just uncertain the future may be, God will take care of us if we just trust in Him, put all our worries on Him. It doesn't mean that there won't be times where we struggle, but God is there. He's going to provide for us, just like He provided for George Mueller and the orphans in the orphanage by giving them milk and bread every single day. Pretty interesting. If you haven't read about George Mueller, I highly recommend that you do. Just a powerful testimony. Let's see. Susan and Anna actually conducted Bible classes for the West Point cadets for about 40 years. And they were actually buried with full military honors in the cemetery at West Point. They are the only civilians who are buried in the West Point Cemetery. For a lot of colleges and academies, universities back in the day actually were Christian. So now this is just a theory, but I'm guessing that the reason they were buried in the cemetery was because of their work in helping the cadets learn about Jesus and the Bible. That's a theory. I want to learn more, but that's what I think. Now their home on Constitution Island is still open today, but as a museum to honor their lives and their work. I want to go there now. Maybe take a road trip all across the U.S. and see everything. A lot of the stuff that I'm reading about in here. A lot of the good landmarks. But yeah. So the little song, Jesus Loves Me, came from a little book about a little boy published by two sisters back in the 1800s. Pretty interesting. So here we are. I'm gonna try playing it. Now I read 4 verses because Then Sings My Soul had all 4 verses in it. My hymnal, or the hymnal that I'm using right now, only has 3 of the stanzas, 3 of the verses. So I guess it just depends, but we really only sing 1. But the others are good too. Just wanted to let you know. So there we are. Just a really beautiful song that not only children love but adults love. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a good week. If I am not too out of it tomorrow, I will be practicing for next week's hymn. I know the backstory to it. I just don't know the hymn very well, so that's my goal for this week. On top of all my other practicing and lesson stuff. But yeah, like I said, I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday, and I will see you next time. Bye.